it's me again, and I've invited you into the workshop as well this year because Hannah's made her earrings and I think it would be nice if we made something just you and me. So what we're going to make is a bit simple, but it's really effective. We're going to make interlocking, we're going to make a Christmas tree, but I have templates for snowmen and little snowmen, little Christmas trees, and then what we're going to make today, big Christmas trees. We're going to make 2 of these. We're going to make an interlocking slot in them, and then we're going to sand them, lock them together, and then you should have a beautiful Christmas tree which we're going to brush with oil, which then unlocks, packs away, and then sits for next year. So I have already gone to the trouble of finding some wood. You may not be able to see, but I have traced 2 Christmas trees, and we're going to cut them both out, and I will join you in a minute. So what we're going to do next is fire up the bandsaw. We're going to cut out both of our Christmas tree shapes, and I won't subject you to the whole cutting process. I will show you how we're doing it, and then I will just get on and leave you in peace with your mince pies. Let's take the guard off because we're cutting unusual shapes, and let's fire up the bandsaw. Should end up with a cut that looks like that. And I should say, anybody that knows me will know that I have a bit of a reputation with bandsaws, and more accurately bandsaw blades. So if there's a big God almighty bang and snap, it's probably the bandsaw blade, and no, I don't have a spare because I've already broken the others, so we may have to change projects. there's one half of our Christmas tree. I'm going to leave you guys. I'm going to cut out the rest of the Christmas tree and then I'll join you once I've got the 2 blanks cut out. So welcome back. No massive explosion on the bandsaw. We have 2 Christmas trees. They're a little rough around the corners. All trees are. These are happy little trees. Now, the next important thing is for them to be able to slot together because currently they can't. I've made these before. So I have a little piece of wood, which is my template for slots for this size tree. You can measure it with a ruler. I know my template works. My template is exactly 1/2 of the height of the tree, and the width is the same width as the wood. And what we're going to do, we're going to have 1 slot at the bottom like that, and then 1 slot at the top like that. And again, we're going to cut this out on the bandsaw, and hopefully that's the last of the bandsaw work done. That's the last of the risk of the bandsaw blade exploding on me. So there's one, and we'll just do the same to the other one. The slot will be at the top for the other one, and we'll join you in a minute, hopefully slotting them together. So there we have 1 tree with the top slot, 1 tree with the bottom slot, and when you slide them together they will make 1 whole Christmas tree. Now we're not finished there. What we're going to do is make this look a little prettier. So what we're going to do is take it onto the belt sander, get rid of all of the imperfections on the surface, and then we will have a look at some orbital sanding and making it look really nice. Now, for those of you who are worried about my belt sander, think it sounds a little bit poorly, it is. This is a little belt sander. It has done as well for a few years now. It is on its way out. We have a brand new one. It just hasn't made it out to the workshop yet. So what we're going to do now is work our way through the grits with the orbital sander, going right up from 80 up to 320, and I will join you in a moment. And we're back, having sanded. I've sanded up to 400 on mine because I didn't have any 320 grit sandpaper. But a little higher doesn't do it any harm. And what you'll find is you've got two lovely smooth surfaces. Now, the next bit is optional. It depends how you like your Christmas trees. I like mine like this. I like the almost not sharp edges, but the clean, crisp edges. What you can do is get a sanding pad and just take that very edge off, round some of the corners off maybe, and what you'll find is it just smooths that edge over. Personally, I don't like it, so ours will be staying like this. Very easy to do though. What we need to do now is see what the wood actually looks like. Now, there's lots and lots of different finishes out there. Whether you want a polyurethane finish, whether you want a plastic finish, there's lots out there. I quite like our food safe oils. Brenda coming out. And I like, currently, Filippo Berio. Not sponsored. Olive oil. It's a food safe oil, which it means I can use it for all of my projects. And again, I have a Wisdom, not sponsored, firm toothbrush, because that's what I use anyway. This is just an old toothbrush. And what I do, load the toothbrush with the oil and brush it onto the wood. And what you'll find, certainly with this is African mahogany, you'll find that the wood completely changes colour. And what you'll see in a moment is the difference. The dark side where we've brushed it with the oil, the light side where it's still unfinished. And what we do is we just carry on brushing the oil all over every surface. Don't worry if there's a little bit of excess, doesn't matter, the wood's going to absorb it. And what you'll be left with is a beautiful tree afterwards. It's a more of an old-fashioned sort of ornament, I think. It fits in with sort of more traditional decors. Don't forget your slot. Make sure you oil your slot. Especially if your slot is slightly tight. Mine is a little loose, I don't mind it a little bit loose. It makes it easier. Would I have liked it slightly tighter? Yeah, probably. But that's no big deal. And the finish goes all the way around. You can apply this with a cloth, you can apply this however you like. There is no system to it, there's no rules. I am not a professional, this is not a tutorial, this is just me bringing you into the workshop and showing you a finished piece, a piece that is yet to be finished, and you will join me now in a moment with the finished product. And there we have both of our pieces oiled. They slot together really easily, and that will stand on your Christmas tree base. It'll stand on your mantelpiece, your cupboard, wherever you want it. Wherever you like. You can decorate it however you want. Maybe you want to paint the tree green and keep the base a wooden colour. Maybe you want to paint baubles on it. You can do whatever you like because you've got the freedom of painting a blank canvas. And that is that. We will see you tomorrow. Not quite sure what day it is, but Christmas Day must be looming soon, and we have got a very special video for you for Christmas Eve. So until tomorrow, bye, love you, bye.